and welcome to Finextra. I'm Emily Hall at Payments UK's annual Cybersecurity and Fraud Seminar, and I'm joined by Leigh Chase of IBM Security. Thank you very much, Leigh.
My pleasure.
So what modern techniques are you deploying and creating to manage security?
Well, so from an IBM point of view, I think one of the areas that we're seeing the most growth is in security analytics. So there's historically within infrastructure it was difficult to get good data out of systems, whereas now we're getting almost too much data out of systems. So how do we bring that through in a way that's relevant, insightful, and that we can correlate? So increasingly we're looking at technologies that allow us to blend and extend that data from across systems, so not just within particular networks, but systems of systems and networks of systems that allow us to get one complete view of those things and then apply analytic techniques such as principal component analysis, feature extraction, pattern recognition, to essentially make more sense of that data. I think at the bleeding edge of that, we're seeing more use of machine learning, artificial intelligence to get deeper in terms of the contextual insights that we can get, but also to understand the patterns within the data that otherwise we wouldn't be able to get from it.
What exactly is the deep and dark web?
It's a good question. It's also a question that has many answers, as many things in technology, but in conventional terms, the deep web is simply public network infrastructure that's not indexed by conventional search apparatus. So Google, Bing, other search providers aren't necessarily crawling this using their techniques. So it's essentially, it comprises services and technology and infrastructure that you can't access through conventional means. So the darknet essentially is a proper subset of that, in that darknets exist within the deep web and host specific services, otherwise, well, commonly known as hidden services. So some of those things are completely legal, and there are actually good reasons as to why you might use the deep web or the darknet, but a number of them have got a reputation, deservedly so, for hosting illegal services. So the Silk Road is a very common example, which was a darknet marketplace used to sell both, again, legal and illegal items within that, but essentially it's at a high level, it's systems connected to public infrastructure that are not conventionally accessible.
And as you said, the darknet has a reputation for hosting illegal crime and by definition is hidden from general view.
Sure.
So how are enforcement agencies getting to grips with it?
I think the biggest change is we're now in a need to share culture rather than a need to know culture. That sounds a bit soundbitey, but what I mean by that is 5-6 years ago it was very difficult to get good security intelligence in the round. It was coming from point providers, whereas now people are sharing that far more openly, which allows law enforcement agencies and also other, not just government agencies, but industrial bodies to make better use of that information. So sharing is key, and within that we can use it to track particular entry and exit points to anonymisation services. And again, it's not about necessarily looking at these things because they're illegal, but understanding them from a global network situational awareness perspective.
Leigh, thank you very much.
My pleasure, thank you.
And thank you for watching.